Hey everybody, welcome back to James Draws Everything, and today we're continuing our Drawing Every Country in the World's Flag series. That's right, it's our series, and we're going to be going back to Africa, North Africa to be precise, in the Maghreb region. We're going to be doing Algeria. So Algeria, one of the biggest countries in Africa, and I believe it's actually just square footage wise, or mileage wise, it's the 10th largest country in the world. But, kind of being in North Africa there, a lot of it's not really populated, mostly desert. But, yeah, very big country. Has a lot of rich history, going way back to ancient times. The Phoenicians were there, Romans, Vandals, Byzantine Turks. Then in the 8th and the 15th century is kind of the beginning of, I guess, what you would call modern Algeria. The Regency of Algiers was formed, and they were kind of sort of part of the Ottoman Empire. But with the Ottomans, a lot of times too, they allowed some independence for their states. They were a little bit hands-off in certain areas, so the Regency of Algiers kind of did their own thing. And then kind of going into the 19th century, they have a lot of issues with Europe, namely France. And in that region, not necessarily just Algeria, but there was the Barbary states, which is kind of like portions of modern Algeria, but then like Tunisia, Libya, a lot of pirate activity off that coast, which actually led to one of the very first wars that the United States of America fought, outside of the Revolutionary War. They had the Barbary Wars with those states. Yeah, and that's an interesting issue. There was a blockade that the French put on those lands, and the pirates ignored it. War started, and that led to some French influence and occupation in that state. And let me just draw the flag here. I'm just kind of concentrating with my little star there. Yeah, so France, that becomes like a big part of the French African Empire. Algeria gains independence in 1962 from France, kind of at the same time that a lot of African countries are breaking away and forming independent states. That actually, there was a bit of a war that led to that independence in the late 50s and early 60s. Yeah, and then as far as the modern period today, there's a lot of oil in Algeria, and they actually did have a civil war in the 1990s and early 2000s. Algeria is a Sunni Islam state. Okay. And yeah, there's a lot of active terrorist cells there, a lot of conflict. So, yeah, despite being one of the richer countries in Africa, there's still that there. So, and if you can tell just by the flag already, you can see that moon, the star, the green. So it is an Islamic flag. So the green in my flag here means Islam. Just kind of color that in half and half here. This part's going to be white, so we're just going to leave the other half of that flag white. The white stands for purity. And then the star, that five-pointed star right over there, the 5 pillars of Islam. And I guess the moon in this flag, the crescent moon there, it's a little bit longer, like as far as like how it comes around, like those hooks. It's longer than some of the other Islamic moons in other flags. And I guess just the longer version represents peace and happiness. So there's that too, I guess. Didn't really know that before. All right. So that is the flag of Algeria. So we're just going to finish that off here. Just do our borders. And it is a standard sized flag. Has kind of the standard dimensions. Okay, and then Algeria. All right, everyone. I like the flag. I don't know. I always kind of like the Islamic flags. This one's not as busy as some of the other ones. Some of the other ones have like a lot of writing on them, and I don't know. Just the red, white, and green color scheme. I always think it looks pretty cool. Unique flag. That's Algeria. So don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next video.